beneath the dense jungles of Central America lie secrets older than memory itself. They built towering pyramids without iron, charted the stars with impossible precision, and mastered time through mathematics and ritual. The Mayans were not just a civilization. They were architects of the cosmos. Yet one day, their great cities fell silent. No final battle, no single catastrophe. Only questions buried beneath the jungle. How did one of the most advanced civilizations in human history disappear? Welcome to the documentary realm, where lost worlds return and history reveals its darkest mysteries. The dense jungles of Central America whisper secrets that have lingered for centuries, ancient echoes of a civilization that once thrived with extraordinary brilliance and precision. Towering pyramids emerge from the foliage, their worn stone steps glinting in the slivers of sunlight that pierce the canopy. Monuments to a people whose knowledge of astronomy, architecture, and mathematics surpassed anything seen in their time. The Mayans were more than a civilization. They were a network of cities pulsing with life, creativity, and profound understanding of the natural and celestial worlds. Cities like Tikal, Palenque, and Copán were not merely settlements. They were masterpieces of planning, art, and ritual, each aligned with the movements of stars, solstices, and the intricate rhythms of time itself. The story of the Mayans is a story of grandeur, yet it is also one of mystery, a tale that begins with their astonishing rise. In the dense lowlands and highlands of what we now call Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and southern Mexico, small communities evolved into sophisticated urban centers. These were societies capable of constructing monumental stone temples without iron tools, devising calendars of such precision that they rivaled anything in Europe centuries later, and producing written hieroglyphic records that chronicled the reigns of kings, astronomical phenomena, and sacred rituals. Each city was a living organism, governed by rulers believed to be intermediaries between the gods and humans, orchestrating ceremonies designed to maintain cosmic balance and ensure the favor of the deities that governed sun, rain, maize, and the cycles of life and death. Walking through these ancient sites today, one can almost hear the hum of activity that once filled the plazas. Traders carrying jade, cacao, obsidian, and woven textiles. Scribes documenting events in codices painstakingly painted on bark paper. Priests performing sacred ceremonies atop pyramid temples while the people gathered below, anticipating blessings or the sight of the ruler's divine presence. The Mayans' grasp of mathematics allowed them to measure, calculate, and construct structures with exacting accuracy, while their astronomical knowledge guided agricultural cycles critical for survival. They could predict eclipses, track planetary movements, and understand the rhythm of the seasons with an almost supernatural precision. Life was vibrant, structured, and intimately connected to the rhythms of the cosmos. And yet, despite their remarkable ingenuity, the Mayans faced challenges that would eventually unravel their world. Over centuries, the same environment that nurtured their rise, dense jungles, unpredictable rains, and fertile soils, could become a harsh and unforgiving adversary. Archaeologists have unearthed evidence of widespread deforestation, soil degradation, and intensive agricultural practices that may have strained their ecosystem. Droughts, perhaps lasting decades, would have turned rivers into trickles and maize fields into barren plots. Competition between city-states intensified as kings and elites vied for supremacy, building ever taller temples and more elaborate palaces to demonstrate divine favor. The intricate balance of society, economy, and environment that had allowed the Mayans to flourish began to show cracks. Signs of unrest can be traced in inscriptions and archaeological layers. Fortifications suggest rising conflict, while sudden abandonment of residential areas hints at internal upheaval or population migration. Some cities were meticulously deserted, leaving behind tools, pottery, and belongings as if life had suddenly moved elsewhere. Others show signs of hasty evacuation with evidence of fires or destruction, But despite the chaos, knowledge and culture were not entirely lost. Temples, observatories, and the elaborate writing system endured in remnants, standing as silent witnesses to a civilization that refused to be entirely erased. The disappearance of the Mayans is one of history's enduring enigmas. Scholars have proposed a complex web of factors: prolonged droughts that decimated crops, political fragmentation that sparked internecine warfare, disease outbreaks that weakened communities, and environmental degradation that undermined the very foundations of urban life. None of these explanations alone suffice. Rather, it is their intersection that likely brought about the collapse. As cities emptied, monumental structures were left to the relentless forces of nature. Jungle vines crept over stone facades, animals roamed deserted plazas, and centuries of rainfall, wind, and sun slowly reclaimed what had been built with such precision and labor. The grandeur of human ambition met the inexorable power of the natural world. Yet despite their decline, the Mayans left a legacy that endures. Their calendars, astronomical records, and hieroglyphs continue to inspire awe. Modern researchers using satellite imaging, LiDAR scanning, and ground surveys have uncovered entire hidden cities beneath the forest canopy, revealing that the scale of Mayan civilization was far greater than previously imagined. What once appeared as scattered ruins are now understood as a complex network of interconnected cities, sophisticated roadways, reservoirs, and ceremonial centers. Each discovery reinforces the notion that the Mayans were not merely survivors in a challenging environment, but pioneers who shaped the very land they inhabited with ingenuity and care. Perhaps most striking is the human story embedded within the stones. The Mayans were not faceless builders of monuments. They were individuals whose lives, passions, and ambitions are recorded in stelae and frescoes. We glimpse kings in their elaborate headdresses performing sacred rituals, scribes immortalizing events, families tending maize fields, artisans carving jade and stone with meticulous care. These are the people who created a world where mathematics, astronomy, art, and ritual intersected seamlessly, where human endeavor and cosmic understanding were inextricably linked. Their disappearance, therefore, resonates not just as a historical event, but as a profound reminder of the fragility and resilience of human civilization. The mystery of their vanishing extends beyond abandoned cities. Oral histories, myths, and legends preserved by later civilizations speak of wandering peoples, lost knowledge, and hidden treasures. Stories of sunken cities and secret chambers hint at the continuity of culture, suggesting that while the urban centers may have fallen silent, the spirit and knowledge of the Mayans persisted in ways we are only beginning to understand. In these narratives, one senses not only loss, but also the enduring human desire to remember, to connect with what has been, and to decipher the lessons left behind by those who came before. As modern scholars analyze isotopic evidence, pollen samples, and sediment layers, a picture emerges of a society grappling with extraordinary challenges. Extended droughts may have compounded social tensions, prompting migrations and conflict, while shifting trade networks and political instability eroded centralized authority. Yet within these pressures, creativity thrived. Monumental inscriptions, sophisticated urban planning, and a rich cultural life continued to flourish even as the seeds of decline were sown. The Mayan story is one of contrasts: brilliance and fragility, innovation and vulnerability, triumph and mystery, all intertwined in a narrative that continues to captivate the imagination. Standing today amidst the ruins, one is struck by the scale, precision, and vision of the Mayan world. Every carved stone, every step of a pyramid, every astronomical alignment speaks of minds capable of thinking across generations. And yet, the jungles themselves remind us of impermanence, reclaiming human achievements with quiet persistence. It is a poignant lesson in the transitory nature of civilizations, a meditation on ambition, adaptability, and the delicate balance between human enterprise and environmental reality. The disappearance of the Mayan civilization remains a puzzle, compelling scholars and enthusiasts alike to seek understanding. As LiDAR technology peels back the dense vegetation to reveal hidden urban networks, and as hieroglyphs continue to be decoded, each discovery offers glimpses into a complex and sophisticated society that once dominated Mesoamerica. Even without fully understanding the causes of their decline, the Mayans continue to teach profound lessons. That intelligence, creativity, and culture can reach remarkable heights, yet are always subject to the vulnerabilities of the human condition and the forces of nature. Ultimately, the Mayan story is both an awe-inspiring chronicle of human achievement and a sobering reminder of fragility. Their cities, now silent beneath the jungle canopy, testify to ingenuity that defied the limits of their time. Their disappearance shocks us because it reminds us that no matter how advanced a civilization becomes, it remains intertwined with the natural world and the unpredictability of human society. The echoes of the Mayans endure in the carvings, in the ruins, and in the very soil of Central America, whispering lessons of resilience, ambition, and the enduring power of human imagination. And as the wind stirs the leaves and sunlight flickers across weathered stones, one cannot help but feel a deep connection to those who built, dreamed, and vanished into the annals of history. A civilization whose brilliance and mystery continue to captivate the human heart. The Mayans remind us that brilliance alone does not guarantee survival. Their cities sleep beneath the jungle, their stones whispering stories of ambition, belief, and the fragile balance between humanity and nature. Perhaps the greatest mystery is not why they disappeared, but what they still have to teach us. If this journey through the Mayan world expanded your perspective, then stay with us. Subscribe to the Documentary Realm because the past is never truly silent, and the next mystery is waiting to be uncovered.